In this episode, you'll see some big wave kite surfing at Ponta Preta, some amazing kiting with the Flysurfer team, the GKA Kitesurf World Cup, one of my biggest fears up close and personal, and an all-girls photo shoot. Oh, and we got to ask Flysurfer some pretty hard questions. Hey guys, we're coming to you from Cabo Verde. We're here at the Kite Worldwide House with the Flysurfer team. It's windy, it's our first day, so we're gonna go check out the Kite Beach, and the GKA Freestyle event is on right now, so we're gonna also see what that's all about. Let's go. All right, so we are on our way to the beach with Leonie and Darian, and they're part of the Flysurfer team as well. So one thing we've noticed is that the cars in Cabo Verde are very stylish. This one has a nice blue fur accent. And yeah, apparently that's very common in all the cars. We're at the beach and it is super busy. There's a kite school here. There's also just a lot of kiters in general. It's a wave spot, which is not what I'm used to. So yeah, all of this is just pushing me outside of my comfort zone a little bit, but I think that's all right. Looking forward to getting out there and getting over the fear and having a great time. The island feels like a desert in the middle of the ocean. There's not a whole lot of green, with the exception of the Kite Worldwide House. It's very dry and dusty with the wind, and it is very windy all the time. Most of the buildings are about 3 to 4 stories high. Some are absolutely beautiful, while others sit abandoned or unfinished. There's also a fair amount of stray dogs on the island. So here's our house dog, Heidi. Heidi. Unfortunately, a lot of pollution, especially garbage in and around the beach. That being said, it is beautiful and a unique island. There's a mix of locals and tourists, especially where we stayed in Santa Maria. When we went out for dinner on Saturday night, there was a lot of nightlife. Lots of people out walking, dining, and having fun. This is our house, and that over there is where the Kite Beach is. About a 45-minute walk. In order to get to the Kite Beach, we have to take a shuttle. There's one right there. So we met this really cool German couple, Leonie and Darian. They are German kitesurfers who are also studying medicine. Guys, can you tell us what your goals are for kiteboarding?
Yeah, we do like lots of foiling in Germany, and yeah, right now we're here on Saal and do 2 weeks strongman training, because the big aim is to go to the Olympics in 2024.
All right, so I can't imagine studying medicine and kiting as much as they do to be training for the Olympics. Guys, can you tell us a little bit about your work-life balance?
Luckily, we live very close to the sea. It's like a 10 minutes ride from our home to the next kite spot, so we can go after university almost every day when there's wind. And yeah, it's the perfect spot for us to train and to live.
Other cappuccinos for you?
Thanks. Cheers.
team rider, Mateusz. He is about to go out and do some freestyle for us.
The wind is perfect, but the water is a little bit choppy, so it's difficult to pop, but the salt is giving me the confidence I need to do my best.
As you saw, I've been wrapped in a towel. My lips are a little bit blue right now. I am pretty cold. I've been wishing that I brought a hoodie or a light jacket for the beach. You definitely need it here. It's not that warm even in the sun.
And these conditions, it's a little tricky, high waves and high winds. And yeah, it's more safe to go with a helmet in these conditions.
Yeah, actually we always go with a helmet. Like with the foil board, every day I'm wearing the helmet because it's far too dangerous.
Okay, let's go for a ride. Spot for freestyle, it's too choppy.
All right, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Can you tell me any tips you have for anyone that wants to learn freestyle?
Okay, if you are a beginner and you're probably riding with a twin tip with straps,
yeah.
The first tip I will give you is not to go to boots directly.
Okay.
It's just stay with the straps until you have some level, and then when you feel comfortable with some tricks, you can go with boots. And also the most important thing to learn about freestyling is how to make the pop properly.
Yeah.
So if you got the pop, then you can start trying more difficult maneuvers. And so the pop is the same for every single trick, so it's super important.
So from the beach it looked like some of those bails hurt. Did any of those bails hurt a lot? Or?
Oh, these bails were not so bad. This is not the answer you were expecting, right? Because maybe it looks like you're hitting the water really hard, but then I think you get used to it, so you learn how to land and properly. Yeah.
I hurt my knee yesterday again. I had surgery 2 years ago on the right knee, and the same happened yesterday on the left knee. So see if it's over.
Look. A little bit salty.
A little bit salty. Oh, actually.
Atlantic salty, you know. They will never see me.
We're walking home right now with Leonie and Darian, and they have been walking home each evening and picking up garbage on their way, so we have joined them to help them out. So yesterday afternoon, I was asked to be part of a Flysurfer photo shoot with a bunch of other Flysurfer girls that are here on the trip. And yeah, it was so much fun. Yesterday conditions were very gusty. Will probably look much better in the actual video than it really was, but that's okay. It was still a lot of fun. This was my first ever all-girls session, I'm pretty sure. Even if it wasn't, these things come so rarely that it was so much fun, so cool to be a part of. So recently we posted a video on our channel about the 7 myths of foil kites. And one thing that came up repeatedly in the comments was people are very concerned about self-rescue with foil kites.
Yes.
How do you address this concern?
It's something you need to learn. Self-rescue in general is always dangerous, I would say. It doesn't really matter if you have an inflatable or a foil kite. So self-rescue with a foil kite is just different, but you need to learn it. So both wingtips, and then you need to roll it up, and you have like a very compact package. Downside obviously is you have like no rescue island or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't float that good, and you can't be seen that good, which is also part. But I think you should start at the beginning of the whole rescue chain, I always call it.
Yeah.
So be aware on your current condition you're in, on the surrounding conditions, check weather forecasts, and don't underestimate cold climates.
For sure.
And offshore winds. So if you have that in mind, you're gonna be safe out there. I mean, obviously a line can break.
Yeah.
We all know that. And my advice in that regard is just let go of your equipment. Your life is so much more important.
So obviously we're here with the Flysurfer team, and the pro riders are here, or at least some of the pro riding team is here. And yeah, their level is way up there. It's really cool to see. Obviously I'm down here. And then you combine that with the freestyle riders from the GKA and yeah, other professionals in that are in town. And yeah, it's definitely eye-opening, a little bit humbling, but that's okay. We're all here to have fun. Look who's coming, it's Ollie Bridge. He's as tall as his jumps. Hey, I'm
Hi.
Lori.
Ollie,
Nice to meet you.
I'd like to think I'm a lot taller than my jump, to be.
Another thing that we've noticed is that the trend here is to kite close to shore and do your tricks in front of the beach to show off a little bit. So yeah, it's a little bit intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. I try to stay out of the way of the crowd, so I've been going upwind and a little bit further out just so I can enjoy my time a little bit more. Well, it's time for dinner, let's go. Each night we'd meet up with the group and go out for dinner. Heidi also came with us most nights. One night we had a barbecue dinner at the Kite Beach, complete with a bonfire. After a great day of kiting, what more could you ask for? It's 7 a.m. and we got up nice and early so we can go behind the scenes on a kiteboarding photo shoot. As you can see behind me, the sun is just rising, so it'll make for really beautiful light on the photos, so that's why we're up so early.
Shoot, it's very important that you be alone, so this time you have to come really early so nobody is here.
As you can see, these waves were over my head, both literally and for my kiting skill, especially considering the wind is totally offshore. So instead, I chilled on the beach and I enjoyed the show. One funny thing that we noticed is the amount of fake palm trees. They're actually not palm trees, they are cell towers, and if you look very closely you can clearly see they are not natural. So far it's been about 20 knots each day that we've been here, and we've been kiting every single day, so definitely can't complain about that. The wind does seem to be a little bit gusty though, especially the closer you get to the mountain. I came here with just a shorty and a couple rash guards and a few bikinis, and I really wish I brought my full wetsuit, like a 3-2 or a 4-3. Definitely not a flat water spot. In fact, the only flat water you'll see is in between some waves. There's lots of chop, it's a little bit messy, so if you're not used to it, it definitely takes some time to adjust to. There are rumors that there are sharks here. Knock on wood, I have not seen sharks. Apparently they are closer to the mountain. The beach is nice and wide and sandy and perfect for setup, and especially considering how busy it is here, there is a lot of room, which is really nice. Lots of Europeans here. This seems to be like the Caribbean for Europeans. It's very easy for them to get here by flight. That being said, I don't think I'd recommend this spot for North Americans to travel to. It's pretty far and you can get very similar, if not better, conditions in the Caribbean. There is a nice little beach bar here with lots of great food. The atmosphere is very nice, everyone is super friendly. Is there going to be a successor to the Speed 5?
No.
Okay.
Make it simple, no. There's not going to be a successor of the Speed 5. It was a huge topic because it was the main seller for like 10 years, I would say.
Okay.
And somehow it had a different touch, and the reason why I called the soul it, because it's really something which came from our inside to the outside. So the goal was to make a perfect kite for somebody who likes to ride inflatables,
yep,
but never tried a foil kite. So all the benefits you get out of an inflatable, like high stability, good deep power, very good relaunch, so everything surrounded by safety.
yep,
We tried to blend it with the foil kite benefits, I would say. Like good low end, good pack size, very good hang time, nice lift,
yeah,
like the performance part. And that's, yeah, something I always tried to achieve with the team, and it worked out perfectly in the end.
Yeah.
So now the Speed is the soul.
We did a fantastic trip around the island, got to check out a bunch of different fun places. We checked out the port in Palmeira. There's quite a bit of aggressive selling going on here. I think I've promised to buy like 5 things just so I can get out of the conversation. We also went to Blue Eye, which was absolutely stunning. Pictures online don't do it justice. Highly, highly recommend. If you're in Sal, definitely go check that out. We went and saw the salinas from up above, which was also just breathtaking. It it feels like you're in another world, driving on this dirt road in the middle of nowhere, and then all of a sudden you get to this opening and this beautiful pool, like all these pools with salt and the different colors. It was just amazing to see. We also checked out Shark Bay, which was also pretty cool, although my experience wasn't the best, although that was totally my own fault, and I lost my flip-flop and I had to kind of struggle back, and my feet are still a little bit cut up from that, but it was still really neat to see the sharks so close, and then also to have the kiters right in the background was pretty epic. All right guys, we've got a plane to go catch, so we gotta wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like or leave a comment below and subscribe for more videos like this coming your way soon. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.